Okay, okay. Let's do it for real this time. I probably missed the trend, but hey, late is better than never. My name is Joe, and you may know me for my drawings I posted over my social media. Like many and many of you, I grew up by watching so many gaming YouTubers and storytime animators. I was only 14 years old when my dream was to start my own YouTube channel. Ever since I was a child, my wish has always been to let myself be known and entertain my audience. I've had the passion of video editing since forever, and when I attended elementary school, I've had my first approach with Windows Movie Maker, and it was love at first sight. I was like, how many transitions, how many effects, I freaking love it! I've grown up with cartoons and video games, especially the Nintendo ones, like Mario, Kirby and Pokémon. My gaming era started when I turned 6, when I got my first console, the Nintendo DS Lite, and I've built so many wonderful memories with it. I've had so many games, but the ones I played were mostly free. Mario Kart DS, the fifth entry of the most iconic racing game saga of all time. Super Mario 64 DS, a 3D Mario game I spent hours over it. Mario Luigi Partners in Time, an angsty RPG where the mustachioed twins team up with their baby selves to save the past Mushroom Kingdom from an alien invasion. These games marked the beginning of my passion for Mario games, but the console that had a very deep full meaning for me, the big cheese, was the one and only Nintendo Wii. Oh my god, nostalgia. Also there, the three games that revolutionized, fun fact, the Nintendo Wii name in COD was Revolution. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Anyway, the three games that revolutionized my life were 1. Mario Kart Wii, the sixth entry of the Mario Team racing game. I was deeply fascinated by the tracks, even though I kept a struggle over Rainbow Road, and the soundtrack. That game was already ahead of time, and I'm very happy that even in 2026, the game is still thriving thanks to the modding community. 2. Super Mario Galaxy. Oh my god, where do I even start? I can't even describe how many emotions I went through with that game. The breathtaking soundtrack and the adrenaline given by the quests. My favorite thing at all were the prankster comets, those little missions that altered the galaxy in a tricky way. I'm glad that the game got a remaster on Nintendo Switch along with the sequel and a whole movie, even though it had a very limited zone of actual galaxy. Kirby's Return to Dreamland, my first ever Kirby game I've ever played. I remember I got this as a gift for my 10th birthday, and holy hell, I loved it so much. The plot twists, the characters and the challenge. I suggest you all to play it, since it also got a Nintendo Switch remake. Spoiler, it was the remake I didn't expect to get, but I absolutely need it. Overall, the Nintendo Wii was the best console of all time in my opinion, and I'm glad it's been a great part of my inspiration to draw and create. But of course, video games weren't the only ones. Trading card games like Pokémon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Played a big role in my childhood and in my artistic life. And of course, let's not forget of an anime I used to watch a lot. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, the fourth series of the franchise that introduced the Xyz cards. I remember since yesterday that I was obsessed over the number cards, and they were so peculiar and awesome. But in general, Zexal was my first love with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Saga. I know, hot take, I still have to watch GX and 5Ds, but Zexal gave me the feelings that no other Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime could give it to me. And speaking about Pokémon, I remember I was obsessed over it during my high school period. I was going through a whole Pokémon phase. Fun fact, I never played the games when I was a kid, except maybe for Battle Revolution for the Wii, back then. I've always gravitated more to the cards and the anime, so I got into the games pretty late. My first ever game was Pokémon Crystal, an overall pretty nice game, but I struggled a lot with the Elite Four. My favorite one will always be Alpha Sapphire, the remake of the third generation. Oh my god, I have so much memories with it. and I remember I was in France for a linguistic stage when I played it, and now I associate that place with this game. Afterwards, in my Pokémon era, I got into something that had a great and deep meaning for me, that made my passion about art skyrocket, and it was an indie game called Undertale. Yes, you probably already know it. That one story where you are a child falling into the underground, and depending on the choices you make, like fighting or sparing the foes, the path will change. I played that game back in 2020 and I got super into it, and it made me fall into a big rabbit hole, and that game inspired me so much that I started posting my art online. By the way, my favorite Undertale character of all time is Asriel. Okay, enough of me talking about video games and anime. Let's focus on my artistic journey. I've always loved drawing, ever since I was a child, but I took it seriously in my second year of high school, and even more seriously in 2020, when COVID hit. I posted my art online back in 2019 and 2020, but they were old abandoned accounts that I no longer use. So I started the new account, basically the current account I have, back in 2023 on Instagram, and it was the period when I got again into Mario games, or better, the Mario RPG games like Mario & Luigi, Paper Mario and Mario Plus Rabbids. If you like Super Mario characters and the RPGs rich of unique stories, then I truly suggest to check these 3 sagas out. You won't regret it, I promise. It's actually been 3 years I've started posting my art properly online, and I managed to create a wonderful community, got new opportunities and so much more. I feel that my art has improved since then, but I feel like I want to expand my space and get out from my comfort zone. Like, cool, so many people told me I have a good coloring style, but I would like to get beyond the limits and starting to get to draw comics, making animations, pixel art, and oh boy, I could go on for hours. But, you know, I don't want to overdo, otherwise I would end up in burnout. So I'll take tiny steps and finally bring to life this channel. For now, I used it to cross-post the content I brought over my Instagram and TikTok accounts, and I will still continue to do it, but now we take things seriously. So, once again, hi YouTube community, my name is Joe, and let's start this new adventure. Hope you all are ready.